Up, guys? Today we will be talking about Square Enix seemingly canceled some games in an effort to make more selective and focused, or to be more selective and focused. Yeah, so what they mean by that is basically we're cutting the fat of whatever's not making us money, and we're keeping the shit that's actually making us money. So you could say, like, pretty much their games as a service slop that no one played, like Babylon's Fall, Foam Stars, and yeah, just dumb shit like that. Just dumb stuff like that. And you know what? Even though I do agree with this with this the decision, even though I do agree with that, okay, I will have to say I don't really agree, I'm still gonna say that their recent successes, like Final Fantasy VII, the two games, the Rebirth and the original Final Fantasy VII remake, alongside Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 15. We need to go down that list on how they could have potentially made more money with those games that they just didn't do, or even made those games more efficiently that they just didn't do. So let's start with Final Fantasy 15, right? Final Fantasy 15 was a missed opportunity for multiple reasons. The way that it launched wasn't the best. I'm not saying that it didn't launch like amazing. Look, it still had 120 hours of gameplay or something like that. I remember that. Like, it still had a lot of hours of gameplay, but it still launched incomplete. Still launched incomplete. Now, that was not the developer's fault. God bless them for working on that dog shit engine and working with Square Enix's dog shit management. Thank you guys so much, the team behind Final Fantasy 15. You have done well. You have done better than well. I would have probably just got out. I would have just quit Square Enix at that point. Oh my god. Anyways, but so everything about Final Fantasy 15 was a missed opportunity. Let's look at the platforms that they put it on, right? PS4 and Xbox One. Not bad. I understand that, they couldn't make a PC version at launch. I get that. But where's the Switch version? Now, of course, when it launched, the Switch wasn't out. I understand that as well. But something needs to be understood here, and it's that you could have added a Switch version a year later, or something like that, but you didn't. Why? Why was a Switch version not made other than that dog shit Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition? That piece of crap doesn't count. But yeah, they botched that because that was really the only thing or only platform that was a portable, and it was a powerful one too. Look, we give some shit to Nintendo with the Switch, but it is actually more powerful than you think. That thing is more powerful than Xbox 360 and PS3 with more modern architecture at the time. What does that mean? Well, the Nintendo Switch has an X1 Tegra chip, whatever the fuck, right? So that means that it's actually running some form of Android, but obviously modified for Nintendo's console. That's actually really good for a portable in 2016, or for a portable in 2017. And it had 4 gigabytes of RAM, which was actually really good. That, hell, even some phones were just using that. That's not horrible. That's really not horrible. I think only 1 or 2, 2 or 3 of that was usable for games, but you get the point. I'm just saying, the Switch's power was not horrible at the time. You could have made a version of it. You could have made a version of Final Fantasy 15 on the Switch. That's a missed opportunity. You suck. That's a fail. With that being said, though, Final Fantasy 15 is a good game. But the way that they handled the whole thing with Xbox, right, where they're like, oh, but we're gonna stop making Xbox games now because of failures like Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's talk about Final Fantasy 15 on Xbox One, right? Let's talk about that. So you released it on there. What was the last Final Fantasy game that was on a mainstream Final Fantasy game that was on the Xbox, right? Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. The whole trilogy of that. If I was an Xbox dude that doesn't know anything about Final Fantasy or Square Enix games in general, and like Final Fantasy 13 was the one that I was introduced in, I would have fucking not played your games either. That game was trash. And it is trash. That game sucks. And that was your first introduction, mainstream introduction to Xbox gamers? Yeah, no shit it wasn't going to sell well. Final Fantasy 13 sucked. It was horrible. I'm not saying that it sold horribly. I think it sold fine, actually, at the time. But, yeah, obviously, over time, people are like, what is this shit? This is horrible. And it is. Final Fantasy 13 was awful. The gameplay was literally a nothing fest. Like, oh, just keep mashing X for the 3 attacks that you put in there. Oh, and then if you combine certain attacks, like whether 2 or 3 attacks, it will make a different move. Sounds good, right? But then your character is like moving and you're not controlling them. Why? And then also, to play as a different character, you have to play as a chapter with them. Huh? Why? Why? It's so stupid. It's a glorified turn-based RPG. Why can't I play as all my characters from the get-go? I don't know if you could do that later on. I forgot, but yeah. I don't know. So if that was my first introduction as an Xbox gamer to Final Fantasy, you're damn right I would not pick anything like, or pick up anything like Final Fantasy 15. And then I'd be like, where the hell's 14? You know what I mean? I know that 14 is an MMO that for some reason didn't make it to Xbox until now. Like, the fuck? Oh my god. Like the worst timing, bro. You could have put it on Xbox One back in like 2014, 2015. No, you didn't do that though. Why? Why? So stupid. Like, and I don't even care about Final Fantasy 14. Personally, I don't like it. It's another MMO slop. Like, it's just more MMO slop. I don't like MMOs. At least not like that. Yeah, where the combat is literally like you just pressing an attack and it literally just has numbers. No, like, feeling of the attack actually happening to the opponent. Like, okay, boring. Anyways. Okay, so that was Final Fantasy 15's problem, right? It's like your last game that you introduced was fucking Final Fantasy 13, and you didn't have an MMO like fucking 14 on there. And then you just skipped to 15 for the Xbox One. Fail. Anyways, so that's why that thing sold horribly. And it was a Japanese game, I guess, so yeah, whatever. So now we move on to Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3, oh my god, I could make a book as to why that whole thing was a failure in general, but let alone the fact that it sold poorly on Xbox. No fucking shit, you morons. Let's just rewind a little bit, right? Rewind it. What happened before, like, what Kingdom Hearts collection did they release before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out? The all-in-one collection. That was the most recent one before Kingdom Hearts 3. And then, what was it? The 1.5 and 2.5 separately, which were on PS3 in 2013 and then 2014 for the 2.5 respectively. And then the 1.5 and 2.5 HD remix, which came out for the PS4. So out of all those collections, guess how many fucking came out on the Xbox and Switch? None. So when fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 happened, Xbox dudes didn't even get a chance to play the previous Kingdom Hearts games. You fucking morons. So you sabotaged your own sales for Final Fantasy 15 to a lesser degree. But then you definitely sabotaged it with Kingdom Hearts 3. You definitely sabotaged your sales for the Xbox on Kingdom Hearts 3. You could have released it the same fucking time, the collection. You could have released it on Xbox a long time ago, but you didn't. Around the same time when it came out on PS4, but you didn't. Why? Why did you not do that? Hell, you didn't even release the 1.5 and 2.5, like the separate ones that were on the PS3. You didn't even release them on the 360 or the Wii U. What the hell is wrong with you? And you honestly expect that to sell well? You fucking morons? And on top of that, they released all the Kingdom Hearts games on Switch. Sounds great, right? Only cloud. And then this is slightly less worse, but on Xbox, they released it the worst way they can, digital only. And again, the Switch, the worst way possible, cloud only. For PC, Epic Games only. Are you fucking stupid, Square Enix? And they still didn't fix that. It's still an Epic Games exclusive for some God-given reason. Why? Why? I'd rather emulate it at that point. Fuck you. There you go. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to Final Fantasy VII. Oh my god, a remake. Oh my god. Talk about completely tone deaf with your own game. How did you release that on PlayStation 4 only? Of course, it ran like shit. Of course it did. Running at 30 frames. Ugh. Kill yourself. Yeah, running at 30 frames in 2019. Yeah, for a console, a modern console at the time. Fuck yourself. That's not a good look. And it's an action RPG too, bruh. It's an action RPG. I do not want to play an action RPG at 30 fucking frames per second anymore. Christ on a bun. Who the hell wants to do that? Like, that's criminal. Especially on modern hardware. Like, what? In modern times. No one wants to do that. So you didn't release it on PC. And you didn't release it on Switch. Which, shut the fuck up. It could have happened on Switch. I don't want to hear anyone's excuse on that. It could have happened on Switch. The game was linear as fuck. I'm not saying that the graphics... Yeah, they'll have to downgrade the graphics, obviously. I'm not stupid. But the game was linear as fuck. You're telling me that game could have run on Switch. You're lying to yourself. Breath of the Wild looked more hardware intensive than that fucking game. And you're telling me that the Switch could have run that game. Eat shit. That doesn't make any sense. And recently, Tears of the Kingdom came out on the Switch. And you're fucking telling me that the Switch couldn't handle Final Fantasy VII Remake. Fuck off. That makes no sense. Again. That makes no sense. And so you didn't release it on PC, you didn't release it on Nintendo Switch. Trash. Stupid fucking move. And then you also didn't release it on Xbox. So you released Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 13 Trilogy, and Kingdom Hearts 3 on Xbox. And then for some reason you stopped with Final Fantasy 7. Why? Why did you do that? You are sabotaging your profits. Just because that good old Sony gave you a couple $1 million. If I were you, I'd tell them to shove that money up their ass. Because I would rather build a relationship with people on other platforms, right? Who will then continuously buy my games across all those platforms. Instead of Sony giving me some, put it on PlayStation only money. Fuck you, Square Enix. Seriously. I don't like playing on PlayStation. I don't fucking like PlayStation. It's a garbage platform. Like, jeez, it's such a limiting platform. The Switch is portable. The PC is limitless. And Xbox has a better controller. Literally, PlayStation, if I had the choice, is the last place I would ever play a game. Honest to God. Honest to God. I hate console gaming in general, but now I do. But especially PlayStation, that's not my favorite place to play. It's really not. I mean, recently that changed, obviously, because Xbox is trash, but when that game released, I would have loved it for Xbox. And then okay, wait, I just want to mention this real quick. And then before Final Fantasy VII Remake's release, you put Cloud in Smash Bros. You put Final Fantasy VII, the original one, on Xbox, Switch, PC, or Steam. Are you... And then PS4, right? Yeah, PS4 as well. Are you fucking stupid? Why would you not release the 7 remake that you built fan bases on in recent times before that game released on other platforms? I don't care how much Sony gave you. I don't care that they helped you develop the game. You should have told them, hey, look, this game is very important to us. You will not be able. You could help us with the development and you could get some of the profits, sure, but we will not let you put it only on PlayStation for a long period of time. Maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, that would have been fine. But no, you didn't put on Xbox, you didn't put on PlayStation, or I'm sorry, you didn't put on PC, and you didn't put on Switch. Even though you put the original ones there more recently. Huh? That makes no sense. So you sabotaged your sales for that game, and then years later it finally came to PC. Wow. With Rebirth not on there either. Oh my god. And the fact that your PC games normally have dog shit fucking ports on them, right? Like I think Nier Automata is horrible on there. It doesn't even allow you to change the graphics settings. Am I wrong about that? I don't know. But I think that was the case at the time. I don't know if it is now. But yeah, how the fuck can you not have that option on PC to select your own game, like your own way of playing the game? You're fucking stupid, Square Enix. You clearly don't understand the PC market because you're too busy sucking Sony's cock and putting their stuff and putting your freaking stuff on there, on that garbage platform. You don't make any sense. And then let's look at Final Fantasy 16. Xbox got Final Fantasy 15. Why did you not put Final Fantasy 16 on the Series X? What is wrong with you? And on top of that, you didn't even make a Switch port in some way, shape, or form? Okay, now I understand that Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16 was a PS5 exclusive, so it would have been a little bit tricky, but not impossible, putting on the Switch. Here's my thought about that. Why didn't you, for the love of God, sorry if this is a long video, why didn't you, for the love of God, make a turn-based version of Final Fantasy 15? You have the resources. You have the places. All you could have done is downscale the graphics and then like switch the gameplay from action to turn-based. That's it. That's it. And then you could have put it on the Switch, no problem. You would have had some version of there on the you could have had some version of Final Fantasy 16 on the Nintendo Switch, but you didn't do that. Why? Why? And then on top of that, you didn't have the actual game on the Series X as well. Fucking stupid, because Final Fantasy 15 was literally on there. I don't know what the hell you're thinking, Square. I don't know what you're thinking. I really don't. And on top of that, it's still not on PC. What is wrong with you? Hasn't it been a year now? Hurry the fuck up and release that game on PC. I'm not playing it on that dog shit platform, PlayStation. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Yeah, because I want to play an action RPG at 30 fucking frames on my PS5. No, thank you. No fucking thank you. I don't know. Is it regardless? I don't want to buy games on. I don't want to be forced to buy games on a PlayStation or any console. Thank you very much. Because it's not a good place to play. Like, why would I play on there when I could play on my fucking uber powerful computer there that's able to run games efficiently, much better, and I'm able to do a lot of other things on there. Not to mention that I could play on the Steam Deck as well. This portable PS4 Pro, I could play games on. So if I buy it on my computer, I could play on my Steam Deck. Look at that. So stupid, bruh. Like, so I could play it on a uber powerful portable, and you could have made it on the Nintendo Switch for console portabilization, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know, man. Lame. And now, look where you are now. Right? You sold off all your American IP titles, right? You sold off Tomb Raider. You sold off, what's the name of that robotic guy? DSX. You sold Hitman. You, like, and then, Sleeping Dogs. Oh, no. The possibility of Sleeping Dogs. I love that damn game. It is actually a good version of GTA. Yeah, you heard me right. A good version of GTA. Fuck GTA 5. Sleeping Dogs is where it's at, and that game is amazing. I love the combat. I love the world. I love the exploration. I love everything about it. It's so good. No sequel. No sequel. Why? Make a fucking sequel to that game. I don't know if they could now, but I would have liked that. Especially because that game was only made around the Xbox 360 and PS3. And you didn't even make a Switch port either recently. You didn't even make a Switch port. What the hell is wrong with you? A game like that on the Switch would have been amazing. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I know I could buy on Steam, but I already have on Xbox. I don't want to buy on Steam, you know? Maybe sometime when it's like maybe $4 or something, I will. But I already have it on Xbox One, you know? Back when I was trying to invest into Xbox, what a mistake that is. But that's a different video for a different time. Look, Square Enix, you need to stop sucking Sony's cock. Stop letting them, taking your games and make it exclusive to their platforms, because that's what's ruining your profits. It really is. The fact that you're not building a relationship across other people with different platforms, that's what's fucking you up. And again, some of these games I mentioned, in fact, most of them did well. Final Fantasy 16, I think, did okay, actually, not well. Final Fantasy 7 Remake, success. Rebirth, also success. All that stuff. But hold on. When they get those profits, add a plus sign, right? Add a plus sign and put Xbox sale numbers or potential Xbox, Switch, and PC sales numbers. Day one. They would have made even more money. So I don't want to hear it. I don't care if those titles are successful. They're not as successful as they could have been. Even for them. So I'm done here. With that being said, I already said, look, you're not making a lot of money because you're focusing on one dog shit platform, and then you give the rest of the platforms the scraps. Like, I don't get that. Stop doing that. That's really annoying. So, and I'm not saying that they won't do that. Like, they'll do that with the Switch too. But that's still lazy of you. Why are you not making games for the original Switch? You could have made, again, a turn-based version of Final Fantasy 16, a turn-based version of the Final Fantasy 7 Remake with updated graphics. That would have been fine enough. People would have loved that on the Switch, actually. And then on top of that, imagine if they reported those games with it being the PS5/4 versions on the Switch too. So then you'll get twice the money, bro. Like, from Nintendo fans. Oh my god, like, low IQ play from Square Enix yet again. I'm not shocked. I'm really not shocked. But I love this company. They make some of my favorite fucking games. Kingdom Hearts 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Final Fantasy 7 Remake is amazing. Fucking, like, Final Fantasy 15. That was one of my most anticipated games, and I was looking at every single possible detail of that game before it released. I really was. I was excited for that game. And another game that I was excited about but failed miserably in my eyes was Kingdom Hearts 3. I was looking for any scrap of news for that one too. Look, I love Square Enix games. Especially, thank God that they moved their dog shit turn-based games to the amazing action RPG gameplay. I love that. That's a great move by Square Enix. But here you are. Here you are, just fucking it up. But anyways, I'm done here. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.